All right, let's get the show on the road. Hola,
Hola, Martha.
all my friends. It's good to see you again.
Nice to see you again after the long weekend.
Yeah. So let's get our hands ready and say hello, 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 and how are you? I'm fine. I'm fine, and I hope that you are too. Bonjour, 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 comment vas-tu? Moi ça va, et j'espère que toi aussi. Hola, 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 ¿y cómo estás? Muy bien, muy bien. Y espero que tú también. I tried to trick you. Did I trick you today? All right, let's see who is with us today. Oh, Anya está aquí. Y Zachary está aquí. Que alegría que Benji está aquí. Y Chase está aquí. Y Camille está aquí. Que alegría que Evan está aquí. Y Jeremy está aquí. Y Lucy está aquí. Que alegría que Luca está aquí. Y Sofía está aquí. Y Nathan está aquí. Que alegría que Sofía está aquí. Y Stella está aquí. Y Thomas está aquí. Que alegría que Zachary está aquí. Y B está aquí.
Hola.
Y Martha está aquí. Que alegría que Reina está aquí.
It was fun to see Raina on our Zoom call.
It
I haven't
was.
seen Raina in a long, long time.
I know. I don't even see her out walking her dog.
Oh, I know she does like to walk her dogs, but.
Yep. So anyway, let's do our days of the week song. Well, first we'll do it in English, then we'll do it in Spanish. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Domingo, lunes, martes, miércoles, jueves, viernes, sábado. What should we do for lunes? Hoy es lunes.
Hoy es lunes.
How about, let's do two big chomps, like a big shark or a big alligator, okay? Dos on lunes. Comes up real fast. Here we go. Domingo, chomp, chomp. Martes, miércoles, jueves, viernes, sábado. All right, it is time to check out what's going on outside. Is it sunny? Is it cloudy? Is it raining? Is it snowing? I don't think it's snowing. So take a minute, look out the window, and come back and tell me what it's doing by your house. All right, what's going on by your house? Over here by the purple room, it's cloudy. And it's another cloudy day. Maybe we'll get some sun tomorrow. Who knows? You can't change the weather, so we just have to make the best of it. All right, I have a pattern of the day. And I don't know if you guys know this toy. I know that when B and I were in the red room, we used it. So those of you who were with us in the red room at some point, these are called stacking rings. Like little rings, and you can make, as tall as you want. Sometimes we've tried to do them and do them so tall that they kind of tip over, but it's fun. So I'm starting with amarillo, verde, dos, azul, y rosado. So if I want to do this again, let me get my basket here. What do I start with? If you say amarillo, that's right. What's next? verde. Then comes azul and azul. And what's up at the top? Rosado. Let's do it one more time. Amarillo, verde, azul. Ah, azul ran away from me. Azul. Ah, and last but not least, what's next? Rosado. There we go. That's our pattern of the day. Our stacking rings. This one's kind of crooked, isn't it? I didn't hook them up right. So if I was going to make a huge, tall tower, this would have tipped over very soon. So just saying. Just saying. All right, so it's time for a song. And there's a song that we haven't done in a while. And I know it's a favorite.
And we didn't lend it to the yellow room.
And we did not lend it to the yellow room because you guys asked for it every day when we're in the purple room together. So I thought we would try it again. Bingo. Our favorite dog, Bingo. And here are my cards. What's the best way? What did you do Bingo last time, Bee?
I did do it.
What was the best way to do it so everyone could see?
Huh. Well, I think we
Where can I go on?
we might have tilted the phone. Oh, maybe we, you know what? I think we were doing it together.
Oh,
Or,
okay.
so
Well, let me.
maybe we just lift. Should we tape them on a?
Why don't I try on the tray here?
See if they fit.
I didn't think that one through. And I can tip down. You don't want to see me singing. We'll just do
You
the.
gotta just think about what kind of doggy you want to be.
They're going to be really cozy on this little tray, but that's just the way it's going to be. Here we go. So here's our. I'm going to tilt down a little bit. And here, I think you can see them. I think you can see them. All right, here we go. Farmer had a dog and Bingo was his name. B-O, N-G-O, B-I-N-G-O, B-I-N-G-O, and Bingo was his name. Let's do a small dog. Woof, woof, woof. Bingo was his name. Oh, big. Woof, woof. Woof, woof. Woof, woof. Let's be a scared dog. Woof, woof, woof. Geo. Woof, woof, woof. Woof, woof, woof. Let's be sleepy. Let's do silly. Woof, 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 woof. Is he a good dog? Good dog, Bingo. Good doggy, Bingo. All right, let me turn this off. And it's time for Bee to come over and show us what's going on for art today.
Well, I am very excited about art today because it's something I have never done before.
Oh dear.
So we are going to experiment with this new idea. So let's see. I've never done this before, but I think it'll be kind of fun to explore together. So let me grab my belongings, my stage here. Okay. All right. So guess what? we're going to make our own paint. We thought this would be kind of fun. Just because maybe you've been home for a little bit of time and maybe you've used up all the paint that you have at your house, or maybe you've come up with a new painting idea but you didn't have paint at the house. So maybe the adult in the house had to order paint and everything's so delayed and you just can't wait. Wait a minute, maybe I can make it at home. So we're going to try that. So we sent the ingredients ahead of time to your family. So hopefully you have everything that you need at home. And if you don't, and you think you want to try it, maybe you can get it from the store. So the different things that we are going to need is you will need a mixing bowl. You're going to need a spoon for mixing. You're going to need water, flour, not like the kind that you see in the garden, not like the kind in a vase, but this is the kind that you use for cooking and baking. You're going to need salt. You're going to need what we call a funnel. And this might be tricky to have. Not everybody has funnels at home. I actually had to take this from our sensory table. We've used that like for pouring sand and for water. So I'm going to borrow that from the sensory table. And then you're going to need like little squeeze bottles or a little bottle to put your ingredients in. And again, if you don't have a little bottle like this at home, just maybe you can use just something that you can put like a top on top, because we're going to be shaking it up and we don't want whatever goes in there to splatter all over the place. So see if you can find something at home. And then the other ingredient that we're going to need before we shake it all up is food coloring. And we've used food coloring a lot for other activities. But so this is what we're going to do. We need to measure out some things. So we're going to need, and I put this in my measuring cup already. You're going to need 2 cups of water. And I think you all have water at home. So I'm going to put that first into my bowl. Then you are also going to need 2 cups of, hang on, let me open this up. You're going to need 2 cups of flour. I'm using the Cherry Preschool flour, the flour that we use to make our Play-Doh. And I'm going to measure out using my measuring cup. This is 1 cup, so I'm going to dump it in with the water. And I'm going to do a second cup, 2 cups. So 2 cups of water, 2 cups of flour. That lid on there. Way because underneath my big tub of flour, I have my big tub of salt. Did I mention that we needed salt? I might not have, but you are going to need salt. So again, I'm going to use my measuring cup. I'm using Cherry Preschool salt that we use for our Play-Doh, but we can use more for other activities. But I'm going to use it for our paint. So there's 1 cup. Now, if you guys were here with me, I know that you would be wanting to help me. And I would have to find different helpers to help me measure out a cup of salt, measure out the other cup of salt, measure out the flour, measure out the water. And I know many of you would want to help me mix it, because that's the next step. So you are going to mix all of those ingredients until they all mix in well together. So I had never made this before, and so we are, like I said, we're going to try this together. One thing that Martha and I wondered about is if the salt, the kind of salt that we use, matters. We went with regular table salt just because we thought the kosher salt or sea salt might be too coarse. So, so that is just something to think about when you're trying to find your ingredients for making the paint. Maybe one of the things too in making this ahead of time is that I didn't know how long it would take for this to dissolve. So I am going to continue mixing this for a little bit, and the only thing I would say is that if it takes a little bit of time to get these ingredients all mixed up really, really well, maybe we do a story or I'll do mystery bag in between so that the other person can get this all mixed up, and we'll do, because this is the important part, because this once it is all mixed
How's it going there, babe?
really well.
Oh, get to these.
Yeah, it's gonna work once it all gets mixed up really well. And actually, this next part you will probably need adult help because you're gonna have to pour this mixture into your little jar, your little container. I think I'm gonna call it good. It's a little lumpy. It's not perfect, but I think it's most everything is dissolved. We're gonna try it, right? So I'm gonna use my little squeeze bottle, and I'm gonna put the funnel over it. And I'm not going to tilt the bowl into this because I think I'd have a big, floury, watery, salty mess. So I'm going to spoon it in through my funnel. And I think the funnel is so that it helps so that your stuff doesn't go all over the place. But you can kind of see it's a little thick. We'll do just a little practice one. And again, if it doesn't work this way, we'll take a little break while one of us keeps working on it, and then we can show you for sure how this is going to work. Okay? But I've used my funnel. You can see how this is filling. You see that? Okay. So now I'm going to take that out. I'm going to move this tray, and I'm going to add the food coloring to it to give it the color that we want. What color to use first? I have lots of choices here. Tengo azul, tengo rojo, tengo amarillo, tengo morado. I don't know. I'm thinking we use morado since we are in the purple room. I'll try that first. Open it up, and I'm going to squeeze some color. And I think the amount of color that you use is up to you. It depends on how bright you want it because I have not done this before. I don't know how much to use, so I won't start with too much. We'll just kind of get a chance to see how that goes. And I'm going to put my little top back on, and we got to shake it up. And I'm going to put my finger over the top of it because it has a little hole, and I don't want this to go all over the place. And I'm going to shake it up to mix the color. You know what I didn't bring here is a piece of paper because I thought maybe we should show. So Martha's going to grab a little piece of paper for me to see how our paint looks. And so I'm shaking it up, making sure that I've got the food coloring mixed in as well as I can. It looks pretty purple to me. Okay. Gracias. All right. And I'm going to use my squeeze bottle. It has a little hole, and I'm going to go ahead and put the paint. Ooh la la. Martha, it actually worked. Yeah. It actually worked. Kids, you can try this at home. And there you go.
Oh,
look
cool.
at my purple paint. It does work.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Who knew?
So I know who knew. So once you've made your paint, again, you can use a paintbrush. If you used a squeeze bottle, you can make a squeeze bottle design. Now, one thing that you do need to know is that when you're finished with your paint, you're done painting, don't throw it away. You can still use it. But when it's waiting for you to be used again, you're going to need to shake it up again to kind of mix the colors because it'll be kind of resting. The colors will be kind of resting. So make sure you give it a good old shake. Get that purple or the blue or whatever color you decide to use. Give it a good old shake so that you get that bright color again. So
I'm wondering if you mix it in like a jar with the lid and then shake it, and then you can dip a paintbrush in.
And you can that would be a really good idea. So you might not need to get a squeeze bottle. Just something maybe with even if it's a Tupperware.
Exactly.
Or I'm wondering, actually, you could probably even do it if you wanted to, like in a baggie, like a sandwich bag, and you zip it up and you mix through well. But you might have to put then your paint in a little bowl to use it. So you guys can figure it out. I think there are a lot of different ways that you can do that, but that is how you make homemade paint. So that was kind of fun.
It was fun.
Something new for sure. So guess what? It's time for the mystery bag. La bolsa de misterio. Let me get that from here. All right, niños y niñas, let's take a look. All right. Oh, ¿es grande o pequeño? Kind of pequeño. kind of hard to tell. If I stand it up like this, it looks a little grande, right? It looks tall. But anyway, escucha, duro o suave. Duro. ¿Qué hay en la bolsa de misterio? Es es un bloque, es un león. ¿Qué hay en la bolsa de misterio? Es una sorpresa, sí señor. Clue número uno. Bum, bum. Clue número uno. It is something that we used in the purple room every day.
Ooh.
In the purple room. Every day. Every day that we had a cherry preschool day in the purple room. That's clue número uno. Clue número dos. When we use this every day, we used it during first circle. During our first circle time. Give you a chance. We have it. We used it every day. Used it during first circle. Clue número tres. What would be my clue? Third. I don't know if I want to give it away. If I want to stump you. You probably have guessed what it is already. But what's inside helped us pick who was going to be our helper for the day.
I wonder what that is.
I don't think I stumped you. I don't think I stumped you, but it's been so long, so maybe you forgot. I'll give you a hint. We have something like it. The camera's reversed here. Wait. Back here. If you guessed our greeting sticks, our lucky sticks, you are absolutely right. They've been sitting here. And every day, Martha and I have had to be the helpers, which is not nearly as fun. But these are our greeting sticks. So there's Nathan's stick. Whoops, upside down, Nathan.
He's
Sorry
standing
about
on his
that.
head.
Yeah. Sophia. Zachary Robinson. Eben. Zachary Polish. Benji. Lucy. Stella. Or sometimes it would be Sophia's turn. I have two of those of the same. I have to check here. Or Thomas's turn. O era el turno de Jeremy. O el turno de Chase. El turno de Camille. Luca. Or Anya. So I'll put them back into our cup. Remember, we would start all over again to see who our lucky, who our greeter was going to be, whose lucky turn it was going to be. So, all right, Martha, that's all I have for now.
All right.
I'm going to turn it over to you.
All righty. I'm going to bring over. I'm going to show you what's going on with these beans.
We have a lot of things to show.
We have a lot of
Did we
things
show
to
them the other thing?
We did not. Maybe
Okay.
we'll do that next. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow.
Okay.
So here in my plastic jar with paper towels, you can see that the beans are starting to sprout. So they have sunlight, they have water, but they don't have dirt or soil, so they can still grow. And we're going to keep watching and see if the beans can come out of the container. That would be fun. Alrighty, so my story is called Too Many Toys.
No such thing, Martha. I
Two.
don't believe it.
Too Many Toys. Let's see what's it. Oh, and it's written by David Shannon. Spencer had too many toys. They covered the floor of his bedroom and piled up in his closet. They were stashed under his bed. They spilled down the stairs and into the living room. He had big toys in the backyard and little toys in the bathtub. There's hardly enough room for him in there. Sometimes Spencer played with nice, quiet wooden pull toys. Other times he played with noisy, crazy electronic toys. He had puzzles, board games, and talking books that fueled his mind. And loud, jumpy, frenzied video games that fried it too much. Spencer liked to make his toys into a parade that stretched from one corner of the house to the other and back again. There was an entire zoo of stuffed animals and a gigantic army of little action figures. Can you see that? There's a lot going on in there. He had a fleet of planes, trains, and toy boats, and a convoy of miniature trucks and cars. He also had lots and lots of musical instruments, art supplies, and alien spaceman weapons. Everyone gave toys to Spencer. Of course, his mom and dad did, but so did Grandma Bobo, Poppy, and Granddaddy, and Auntie Mim, and Uncle Fred, and Cousin Drew. They gave him toys for every holiday, even the 4th of July and his birthday. He also got toys from all his friends on his birthday, and on their birthdays, too, when he went to their parties. He got toys at the drive-thru with his kid burger, and at school for having lots of peace person points, and at the dentist and the doctor when he didn't squirm. That's a lot of toys. They were becoming a household hazard. Have you ever stepped on a Lego piece in your bare feet? Or a jack? Well, it really hurts, especially if you weigh as much as Spencer's dad. You can also trip on things like railroad tracks and race cars if you're carrying a load of laundry. Oh no. One day, Spencer's mom had it up to here with all the toys. "Spencer," she yelled on her way upstairs, "you have too many toys." "That's impossible," thought Spencer. Then she said, "We're going to get rid of some of them." Look at his face. "That's a catastrophe." "Pick out which toys you don't want," she ordered, "and put them in this box." "But I love them all," Spencer cried. How do you decide? My goodness. "All right," his mother said, "I'll help you." She picked up an alien space ninja. "How about this one? You haven't played with this in years." "But I was just about to." "Spencer, it doesn't have a head." "I'm making him a new one," Spencer replied. "Oh, fine," said Spencer's mother, but this can definitely go." She put down the alien and picked up a filthy, one-eared bunny. "Not Mr. Fluffers. Oh, Mom, how could you?" "This one, then," she said. "That's Mr. Fluffer's best friend." "This one?" "Mother, have you forgotten? Grandma Bobo gave me that on my 4th birthday, and I'll never be 4 again, ever." "Oh, please, Spencer," said his mom, rolling her eyes. "Don't be so dramatic." "Okay," she said, "you can keep that one, but I'm giving away this pig and the Johnny Choo Choo." "Tell you what," countered Spencer, I'll let you have the pig, but I get Johnny Choo Choo." "What are you, a lawyer now?" asked Spencer's mother. "You can keep Johnny Choo Choo, but the cow goes in the box too. Deal?" "How about 2 Gitchagoomies instead," said Spencer, "and I'll throw in a little peeper of your choice. How about all of them go into the box and you don't watch TV for a week?" Spencer decided it was in his best interest to agree. "Deal." "Finally, some toys in the box," sighed Spencer's mom. "I had no idea this would be so much work." She plopped down on the floor next to an egg-shaped pirate that bellowed, "Arr, arsty scurvy dog, Abbas, a scurvy dog, dervy dog." There's another one you can do without, she said. No problem, said Spencer. His mom nearly fell over. What? You're going to give up just like that? Sure, Spencer said. That's Dad's. So Spencer and his mom went through every toy box and looked in every closet and under every bed until they had haggled and wrestled and argued over every toy in the entire house. Finally, they were finished, and his mom had a cup of hot tea and a short rest. Then she went upstairs to begin loading the toys into the car. But instead of a nice, neat box of toys all ready to go, she saw a big, messy pile of toys all over the floor. Spencer, what have you done? We had a deal. You were right, Mom, Spencer called from his bedroom. I do have too many toys, but we can't give away this box. It's the best toy ever. That's so funny. So the best toy is the empty box that he turned into something using his imagination. So that's a cute story. Too many toys. Too many toys. I have one more thing to do with you. We're going to do something called classifying. And that's kind of a big word, but it's deciding which things go together in a group. So I've got two cards here. I have an apple and a banana. And it's kind of like a puzzle piece. So those are two pieces of fruit. But I'm going to see, if I was to put the last piece on this, would it be the flower, the cow, or the grapes? If you said grapes, let's see if it fits. There you go. So these are all different kinds of fruits. Let's do another one. I've got a basketball and a soccer ball. So what would go over here? Would it be a flower? Would it be a hat? Well, here comes that cow again. Would it be a cow? Moo. Would it be a playground ball? I think it's going to be a playground ball. All right, let's do one more. I have something we have a lot of in the purple room. I have two cars. So what would go with, what would be something similar? Would it be a flower, a ball, or moo? Cow. He really wants to turn. Not today, Mr. Cow. And I also have a yellow car. So which one belongs in this group? Sorry, Mr. Cow. It's the yellow car. They're all cars. Alrighty. I think.
Do we still have time for something else?
I think we do.
All right. This is a quick song that I was just remembering that we did it in the Red Room last year. And Anya, the other day you were talking about something about the Red Room. So I know some of you have memories of the Red Room. But this is also a song that Linda likes to work with you guys. So it's a song where you need glasses, a book, and your eyes to read your book. So I'm going to sing it in English, but actually what I want to do is show it to you in Spanish. So just so that you know what the song goes, what it sounds like in English, we'll do it in that first. So here are my glasses. This is my book. I put on my glasses and open up my book, and I read, 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 and I look, look, look. I take off my glasses and close up my book. español, glasses is lentes.
Lentes.
Lentes. Book is libro. Miro, miro, miro is to look, look, look. I'm trying to think if there's any other. Encierro is close. All right. So here we go. Estos son mis lentes y este es mi libro. Me pongo los lentes y abro mi libro. Y leo, leo, leo. Y miro, miro, miro. Me quito los lentes y cierro mi libro. Let's try that again. Estos son mis lentes. Este es mi libro. Me pongo los lentes y abro mi libro. Y miro, miro, miro. Y leo, leo, leo. Y miro, miro, miro. Me quito los lentes y cierro mi libro. That's cute. It is very cute. I'm going to try it without words.
Ooh.
Yeah, in English, no English, o español. So. Very good. All right, niños y niñas, that's all we have for today. So we will see each other real soon. Adiós, amigos. Adiós, amigos. Adiós, amigos. Nos vemos muy pronto.